Hey everybody, Steve here from the Illinois recording studio again. What have I got here? Wow, we've been doing this stuff for a long time. The rail consolette tom holders, the vintage style, and God, I don't know, maybe it's 12, 13, 15 years, I can't remember. But then there was a little period of time when we weren't doing these, thanks to COVID and other things, when things got a little goofy. But the good news is these are now back. We are taking pre-orders. We have started to take orders now. You can see the rail tom holders on our Reverb store. I'll explain about what we got here. They're going to be in, we're expecting delivery in July, limited quantities, but you can get them ordered now. So let me explain what we got. We got two different things. There's two different versions of this holder. I'm going to start with what we call the two-hole version, which means that mounts in two holes onto the bass drum. And this version was used by all the manufacturers in the U.S., Ludwig, Leedy, Gretch, Camco, WFL, which was basically Ludwig, Slingerland, all those guys, and they were actually made by Wahlberg and Auger back then. People weren't making their own holders. So you have this two-mount rail, upper section. Now our upper section is a little different. Our upper section is very much like the Ludwig version from the later 60s, which we'll talk about in a minute. You have this upper section. Now what we are selling that you'll see on Reverb is this entire holder right here, plus this 9.5 millimeter L-arm, and our Maxwell 2-in-1 drum key. It is a drum key, and it's also a hex wrench to tighten and adjust the holder. So, what you've got on the sets that were used from the 40s through to the earlier 60s, this holder was used. On the tom, there would have been this diamond plate, and generally, either a short spade like this one, or a long spade like this one, going into the diamond plate and then going into the holder. You could turn this holder, there you go. So, what we've got is, for those of you who want the additional parts, the short spade or the long spade or the diamond plate, those are available separately on our Reverb store. Now, for Gretch fans, modern day Gretch fans, we've been doing this holder as a vintage build with Gretch for ages. And with this plate, the diamond plate, or in the short and long spade. But in the later 60s, Gretch shifted around, and instead of using this particular diamond plate with the spades, they went to a floor tom leg bracket that's mounted onto the 12-inch tom, or the whatever tom it is, whatever size, which is very similar to the way Ludwig did it at that same period of time. So what you can do is, if you want to order a vintage build Gretch kit now, and you want to use this holder, you can order it and order it with this particular bracket, which is available separately, and that gives you a much more fluid way to adjust both vertical height and both angle of the tom. It was a little bit more complicated with the spade, but for the vintage kits, the retro parts are there, it works. All you got to do is swap out this L for those, and you can use this if you like. So that's the two-hole version that's available. You'll see it. Now, what we call the four-hole version, this is basically exactly the same as what Ludwig had in the 60s that they manufactured. Four-hole meaning it mounts with four holes. And by the way, either one of these will fit any vintage rail as well. We've got a little slot here that allows for a slight difference. If there's a slight difference in the drilling holes, it's got a flexibility of about a total of a ½ an inch, so it's easy to line it up. This lines up perfectly with the four holes on a Ludwig. Of course, you've got the upper section, you've got the 9.5 millimeter L-arm, and again, in the 60s, this is what Ludwig used. They used their bracket, so it just mounts right on there. So what you can do, this is available, of course. If you've already got the Ludwig kit with that bracket, you don't need the bracket. If you need the bracket, they're available separately. So what you will see, and of course, this one will also come with the 2-in-1 drum key. So you've got this version, what we call the two-hole rail consolette tom holder. We've got this version, the four-hole rail consolette tom holder. Each one of them comes with that key. You'll find those on Reverb, each of those on Reverb with the key. And then as extra accessories for this one, you'll find the short spade, the long spade, the diamond plate on our Reverb store. And of course, for anybody who wanted them individually, Ludwig and Gretch make these brackets. They're available individually, and we can also get them for you. So there will be limited quantities of these coming in July. So we would encourage you to get them ordered up as soon as you can. It's much better than searching around trying to find an old one in good shape. Most of the ones that are out there are in pretty beat up shape. So go to reverb.com, search our shop, and you'll find them there. And you can also link to them from maxwelldrums.com because we've got them featured on the main page of our website.